G'day, it is Bowie Jane here on Insomniac Radio, and I have my mate Kaleena Zanders here to talk about her music and her amazing stuff all around. Welcome, Kaleena.
Hello, hello.
You've had so many releases since. Now, I last interviewed you, I think 2 years ago, so we were well and truly out of COVID. I'd
Yeah,
love to chat to you again about how you got into the music industry because I know you came from bands and from musical theatre or
yeah,
musical theatre, is that right?
yeah.
Yeah, and you're a multi-instrumentalist, so give us a background on, I guess, how you got started in music.
Okay, started in music. Well, there's many levels to that, but I think initially, I was born. Just kidding.
And out came a note.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh my god, why am I here?" My grandmother, she was a piano player and a choir person. Yeah, I think that's where I got a lot of my musical abilities, and then throughout the years, I just fell in love with like piano and guitar and rock music. That was like my first love. Well, I wouldn't say it was my first love, but it was like the most memorable because I was in my like angsty teen era. That and then musical theater when I was a kid, and then growing into high school, and then in a band, and then cut to being in the music industry in a like really professional way. I would say like 2014, I started to get my voice out there. People just recommending me for songs and stuff like that. And I think I was a little bit like resistant at first, just because like I didn't really know dance music as well. What do you mean sing a note here and there, type thing? Because I'm used to full songwriting and.
Because obviously dance music is like a lot of it'll just be a hook or a stab, and you've come from writing full songs.
Right. Yeah. Getting into dance music initially, that was like kind of difficult for me, I will say. Like my friend recommended me to Sunburn, and Sunburn like had this track, and that's the track that kind of went big for me, and is the California cover. From that, like a bunch of DJs were hitting me up like let's work, let's work, let's work. And because I was so out of the loop of dance music, I didn't know what it even meant to like collaborate or be featured, or to, I guess, yeah, like write little songs, or little bits and pieces of songs. So I struggled a bit right in the beginning of dance music, and not being my professional profession.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, but lots of people will know who you are. You're like you do a live vocal when you perform, and you're
Yeah,
a singer, songwriter, DJ. So you're doing DJ sets with live vocals,
yeah.
which is really cool. Now, I remember you saying that at the start people were using you for your vocal, but then you decided, hang on, I want to do my own tracks.
Yeah, as a vocalist, the way that it's done prior and during the era of me coming up in dance music, like it's just more that you're just like the accessory to like a DJ's track. And I didn't realize like you could at the time that you could make a career, but it's like you're always just gonna be it's always just gonna be like, okay, yeah, can you just add a vocal to this? It's never gonna be like something where you can make a tangible career out of it. And I do see things changing now, though. Like I was a part of the movement of vocalists to help change that narrative. So yes, I learned how to DJ, and I sing over my tracks and all the ones that I got big. And that feels really great to like have that empowerment on stage, and to be able to feel like I can have my own sets at a festival.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think I spoke to you last time about this, and it may have changed since then, but I was curious as to what your setup is when you're doing a live vocal. And I know that because I do some live vocals when I DJ too, and
Oh,
I've just started using in-ears into the headphone mic so that I can walk out front. Do you
yeah.
still not use in-ears? Because I think at the time you were using monitors.
I actually have them. I have custom ones, but I just haven't
Ah.
gotten to the stage yet. I'm still just kind of nervous. But what's your take? Is it cool? You like it?
Because I was just like for years trying to work out what the best system was because you can't really rely on the sound engineer at a festival when you're coming in between other DJs. So I've tried putting the in-ears into one part of the headphone socket and putting it on master, and then the headphones that I DJ on, these into the other socket for the headphones. So
Mhm.
then when I'm ready to walk out, I just take these off and put my in-ears in, having them just hanging here.
Gotcha.
I
The
guess you're
thing is,
used to winging it, so.
yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I move around so much, and I perform like I don't want to get caught up in the like wires and stuff. I'm gonna have to figure out a way, because I am kind of getting tired of having to deal with the sound in the booth and having to hear my vocal. But yes, I do. I could say I've gotten pretty good at just knowing my voice and stuff. But I'm so interactive, and I pick up my mic all the time. So I haven't found a very clean way to like do all of what I do in that capacity. I don't all the way like now that I'm like playing so many festivals and clubs, like I really like to read the room as well. So,
Yeah.
like I don't I think I'm trying to leave my most planned things when I have like my own tour where I can like lock in my own visuals and stuff like that. Cause it's like it's a struggle sometimes on the like sound guys. You're just like, oh god.
Oh, I know. I know. It's a struggle because people sometimes they're not there. They're fixing another problem, especially for festivals. Now you've been touring everywhere, so you're signed to Wasserman. How did that come about? That you getting signed to them?
Actually, it was a great recommendation from my lovely friend AC Slater. I think I was, well, I mean, not that I think I was, I just don't know the year, but I was signed by ICM, and then ICM got bought out, and then they like laid off like a lot of the agents, and so my agent got laid off, and so I was kind of in a scramble trying to figure out because once you start touring and you have an agent, it does give you some level of like understanding and like purpose, and you're just like, okay, cool, like I know where I need to scale. And I don't know, it just really pulls things into focus. So without that, I kind of felt like, almost like naked or like, what do I do now?
Yeah.
I just asked AC Slater, AC Slater, I was like, can you please like introduce me to, your agent if you believe in me, because it's also kind of, I don't want to put any pressure on anybody because it is kind of like awkward. Hey, take my friend on. You can't really do that
Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
It was just like one of those things that it just kind of all worked. And then my manager knew one of the other agents at Wasserman, and it just kind of became this like wonderful like moment, and we all met, and it was great.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I think it's a real help having a big agent like that and getting you into the right gigs that suit your voice. Like, not necessarily every festival is going to be right for everyone's style of music. So it's good that they have that in, I suppose.
That's funny that you say that too. Like, yeah, like not every DJ is right for every single thing, and then adding my vocal on top of it, that's also another. It's fine because there are a lot of people that do vocals. I've seen quite a few people, but my voice is so big, it's like
Yeah.
very commanding and very like, it's rich. So, I have to like, I don't ever, I never hold back, but I do sometimes think about, well, if I was just a little bit more mousy, perhaps I could get that gig, like.
I mean, so I've got a rock voice, not a mousy voice, and I found like there was a stage in dance music where they were just using baby girly voices, and I was like, that's just not me. I can't do it.
Me too. It's funny you're talking about this because I have been having a little mental war about trying to fit in and then not, all of those things.
Yeah.
Because once you do scale and you like you see what's out there, and there's always different buckets, and everyone's trying to organize and put you in different things, but naturally, because that's just what we do as humans in every genre of art. We always like try to put people somewhere, but I don't know. I just kind of sometimes I freak out, but then I'm like fine because I'm like I'm playing shows, and then people are coming out, and so I'm just doing something that's a little different.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's anyone who really does it like you. Do you think in your genre?
I mean, there's a few people, but I just like I know this one lovely. Her name is Jennifer Cook. She is an amazing vocal DJ. Man, she's like out of this world. But she lives in Amsterdam. But she is incredible. But again, like it's like I feel like it's a movement happening now. So like it's not a lot of people are like doing it. But there's like Lenny starting to do it. Aluna, like we've done some back-to-backs together where we both DJ and sing.
Oh, that's interesting to do a back-to-back.
Yeah.
With both singing, yeah.
Yeah, we call our project Kaleena.
Oh,
Yeah.
very
So,
original.
Sarah DeWarren's doing it. Alex Mills is doing it. All those, I will say, some of them maybe focus more on the DJing bit, and it's not as like integrated.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see that there's definitely like it's a bubbling movement.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, you actually did a track, speaking of live vocals, with the House Gospel Choir, is that right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
That's so funny because during the pandemic, one of their songs like really like got me through. Like I was just like, I'm sure everybody was in a crazy headspace, but I was just like going on my walks and like listening to their music. And I had known their music prior, but then there was just one song, I think it was called Battle. Yeah, so I was like, God, I would love to do a track with them one day. And then finally, like through my label, like they put the dots together for me to work with them when I went out to London. And so that was incredible. And I love them so much.
That looked amazing, the recording. I think you put it on Instagram. You were recording in the same room with them, which is really cool.
Yes. Yeah. we did like a live recording in this one of the beautiful studios in London.
Okay, let's talk about what you've got coming up and some tracks. You've just released Time Never Stops.
Yes, time never stops.
Yeah. So how did I saw your video for that? Look, and loved your outfit. I know that wasn't the point of the whole video, but
I mean, but it is. I mean, come
yeah,
on, why dress up and not like look great? You know.
yeah, your visuals always look really good, and your photo shoots, you just look so damn cool.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, you're signed, but do you have a big say in the videos and stuff?
First of all, yes. It isn't always like the easiest conversation with between like the label and artist, just because labels don't have budgets for big, huge music videos anymore, and that's just kind of like the status quo in general for every label, unless you're like a pop star and you have pop star money coming in.
Yeah.
So I get why that's there, but at the same time, like since like 2022, I've really been trying to make a splash on the internet. Like really like have people see me as my own self, not necessarily like obviously I want to be attached to my friends and my homies and like whatever, but like I really want people to start coming to me for me and my music. So yeah, it's important for me to have some sort of visual. Like so for this last one for Time Never Stops, it was actually super simple. There was nothing behind it. I have a wonderful stylist named Jacob. Jacob just came through, had the clothes ready, and I was like, yes. And then,
Yeah, you look cool.
yeah, like we've been learning each other for the past like 6-7 months.
Right.
So he knows exactly kind of like my vibe, and I always just go, I want to enhance who I am. Um,
Yeah.
and then Trevor, he just shoots like he just shoots on camera, just simple stuff really, but and just rent out a like studio, but that really wasn't like a big budget thing, but it looks cool, and like I think that's what a lot of artists are striving to do because we just don't have the money to do the huge
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and for socials, are you doing your own social edits because they're really good?
Social, what do you mean?
Like every clip you're putting on Instagram and TikTok, the reels or they just look
It
so
depends.
sharp.
The I would say the more sharper ones are Trevor. Trevor does we've been also have been growing together for like a year and a half. Like
That's great.
yeah, so he's doing the more polished ones, he's doing those ones. And then just the ones that are just like every day, whatever I do them.
Tell us about some of your other releases that you've had out.
Okay. So I released this song called Promise We Live Again. It's one of my favorite songs. It's not like it didn't do crazy numbers or anything, but it's like one of my favorite songs because it to me it talks about like I don't know why I'm like choking up about it, but it just talks about how basically in the world, everything's going on. We're all like at discord and we're all like fighting with each other and everything. And I just feel like low key, like our world is kind of in a weird like ending point, whether it be like actual ending or just we're all kind of moving through this new consciousness. So like I just have this like hopeful idea that we'll live again in these wonderful spaces. We'll live again. We'll dance we'll dance again. We'll love again.
Yeah.
We'll hug again. So like that message was kind of like keep hopeful because there are great people in the world who want good things, and I think that we're all striving where those people are striving to have unity and the things that we all dream of having in this world.
When
So
did
yeah,
you write that?
I wrote this with my friend no bills. Well, his name is Will. His name is Will, but he goes by no bills. I wrote this in like this camp, I guess. It was, and the producers were kind of just doing their little thing, and me and Will were just like going back and forth. And I don't know, it just like came over me. It was just like, here's
Yeah.
the song. I don't know. It's one of those songs that you just know needs to be in the world, and it'll have its time. So yeah, yeah, I don't know. And then like in the beginning, it says, wait, no matter friends or rivals. Yeah, no matter friends or rivals, to a song and dance, we spiral. Oh, we got to break the cycle. Let's start a
Nice.
revival. I don't know. Yeah, I got to put out songs like that because, like, I'm optimistic and I'm also heartbroken about the world too. So, and everything that's going on. But, I'm optimistic as well.
Okay, let's play that track now. Promises Will Live Again.
This song is Time Never Stops with Young Bay. This song came so quick. He sent me the song, and then like I guess like the next day I went in the studio with my friend Will, who we write at like so many lyrics together. Um, and we just wrote it. I don't know. It was like I was really happy because it's like that usually doesn't happen where I get sent a track that I instantly love. Even like some of the biggest DJs too, like will send me tracks. I'm just like, why is it bad? I really want to collab with you, like
Oh,
yeah. And so it's just nice. It's really refreshing when someone sends me something that I'm immediately like inspired by. It's cool because Oliver, I don't know, do you know Oliver who makes all the sample packs and he's
oh
like
yeah.
he also worked in the production with Young Bae too. So like it was just like a really cool like timepiece, I guess. Like one of those like iconic like it also sounds like a classic. It's disco-y and yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty proud of that track.
All right, let's listen to it now.
Okay, Daddy Keeps Calling is cool because I like it because first of all, I think the title is like interesting. I worked on it with do you know Heather Bright? She's Bright, she goes by Bright Lights, really iconic. And we just got into the studio and made this like sort of like knee slapper, like top line, just like yeah, yeah. I don't know why. But I don't know. I kind of ended up no, then I was like, dude, this track would be so sick for like Chami because he puts out like sort of soulful vocals from time to time and has like the sort of church house type thing. So I was like, oh, I think he should be a part of the track. And I hit him up. We were going back and forth, and he totally was down. Like he was like, this is sick. And I had originally started with Prince Fox. He's another really awesome, amazing producer. So yeah, it just kind of came about so cool. And the daddy is the dance floor, just in case you didn't know.
Ah,
The dance floor, boom.
clever. That's cool. Well, we better listen to it.
Yeah. So yeah, Carry Us. Oh my gosh. Me and LP have been friends since like 2018, and we just developed this really cool like relationship, like just always hanging out and
This
geeking
is
out.
LPGOB, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or with LPG. Oh yes, LPGOB. Yes, and yeah, I don't know. We just became like really like soul sisters in a lot of ways. Yeah, I don't know. One day we were just jamming on this record, and I was like, okay, I think we should like I don't know, go in on it, go in the production. I think there's something here. And yeah, eventually it took like I feel like this track took like 2 years to make in a lot of ways.
Why is that?
Partly because of like our friendship, and then we had this one version that was like it was good, but it wasn't the version yet.
Yeah.
So like it just kind of sat for a second and it needed its moment.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we brought in Cheever. Cheever's an amazing like he can take an idea that you have and then just kind of like transform it to something like that really speaks to you, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Finally, it came out, and that's been one of my favorite songs I think that I've ever put out in my whole catalog.
Oh, wow. Awesome. And I guess you guys have been coming up through the scene together, sort of, right?
Sort of, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I was not really, kind of, yes and no.
She'd obviously been around for a long time, as had you, but it's just
Yeah.
those moments when you start noticing people and you're like, oh, you're seeing those people a lot now, like you and her. She's touring everywhere. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, she went off. Like she really had like a strong focus of what she wanted to do, and I think that really helped her. Like like I just saw her the other day in Chicago, but she is so good. Like she just has really like focused her whole mind, body, and spirit into what she does, and really inspiring.
Yeah, because hers is a bit different too, doing the live piano. I
Mhm.
mean, different styles of music to yours, but like, yeah, it is interesting to
Yeah.
see how to incorporate, like, kind of trailblazers in both those scenes. So,
Yeah, definitely.
all right, here it is.
So another one, it's called Burn It Down. It's a song on my EP from last year. That song to me it's so good. It's so slept on in my opinion. Yeah, that song is like it feels like a protest song in a way, you know? We wrote it as a rock song initially. Like and it was like slowed down, it had like these chords or whatever, and then we just like sped it up and made that also took a little time. It took a little time to like get a couple different iterations, and then we got the sort of like soulful like nostalgic piano. I don't know. I just love that song, and I played it the other day and I was like, God, this is good. Why don't I don't play it that often, but when I do, I'm just like, oh yeah.
Here's Burn It Down. Well, Kaleena, it's been amazing having you on the show. Tell us, do you have a busy year, I'm sure, because you are constantly touring?
Yes, I am constantly touring, and I have a huge thing coming up that I can't just talk about it right now, but just be looking for it. It'll be throughout the whole entire back half of this year. Yeah, so it's gonna be so unique. I'm over the moon about doing it, and yeah, just keep on the lookout for that. And more music, more music. I've decided literally like 2 weeks ago that I am going to put out a whole entire album.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea because it's always just singles, but I think then you've got something to tour off, I guess.
That, yes. And just to develop a better language with your fans and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I
That's so
have so
true.
much music, and it's just like I don't want to sit on it.
Yeah, great. Because you must be. I don't know how you've got the time to be putting out so many tracks, but it's pretty impressive.
Thank you. It's partly it's planning and doing things like ahead of schedule,
Yeah.
and like the rollout that you just saw, like it took like like a couple days, but I think I did it 2 months before or something. As long as you stay ahead, then and you don't feel rushed, everything works out.
Well, that's awesome. So you guys, you got to go check out Kaleena and probably one day an arena tour. I see it coming up for you.
Go!
Let's go. Now tell us your socials handles so everyone can follow you.
My socials, every single place you look for on your social media, TikTok, Instagram, X, Threads, like it's always at Kaleena Zanders.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for chatting. I look forward to seeing you soon. And yeah, thanks for the chat.
Thank you.